January 14, 2019. Rocky Mountain National Park, elevation 9,400 feet. He was just 0.4 miles from the trailhead. The weather was clear and the trail was fully visible. 3 days later, search teams found only one thing: his backpack. It was closed, undamaged, and standing upright in the snow. He was never found. This is File 001. He was 34 years old, an experienced weekend hiker who had completed winter trails before. Friends described him as cautious and physically prepared. At 1:42 p.m., he signed the trail register. At 2:17 p.m., a couple heading downhill passed him and later said he appeared calm and unhurried. That was the last confirmed sighting. Sunset was at 4:58 p.m. By 7:30 p.m., he was reported missing. Insert minimal map animation showing trailhead and last known location. The following morning, search operations began. According to the National Park Service, 62 personnel were deployed, along with 2 helicopters, K-9 units, and multiple ground teams. Over 3 days, more than 14 square miles were systematically searched. Show search and rescue style footage, helicopters over mountains, coordinated ground teams, wide aerial terrain shots. On day 2, his backpack was located near the marked trail. There were no visible signs of damage, no scattered gear, and no clear footprints leading away. Use slow zoom on snow surface visuals. His phone was never recovered. No emergency call was placed. Overnight temperatures dropped below 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Shift visuals slightly darker and more atmospheric. One possibility is an accidental fall. Certain sections of the trail pass near steep drop-offs. However, aerial searches revealed no disturbances. We begin with time. 1:42 p.m. A signature in the logbook, a choice, a direction, a pace. From the trailhead, the path rises gradually through timber. Visibility was good, landmarks were clear. At 2:17 p.m., passing hikers noted calm. No signs of stress, no requests for help. At 0.4 miles, you can still hear the road on a quiet day. Safety feels close. Then, in a span of minutes, the record goes silent. Search teams divided the landscape into sectors: ridges, drainages, meadows, and timber stands. They advanced in lines, checking tree wells, wind lips, and creek margins. Air units scan from above. In winter, cold-soaked ground narrows the margin for any thermal trace. K-9 units worked scent along the corridor, but wind and sublimation complicate odor plumes. If he left the trail, every step would have told a story. Yet the snow gave little back. The backpack stood like punctuation, closed, intact, no scatter pattern, no drag marks, no tearing that might suggest a slide, no ice scoring, no recovered phone. Footprints were inconclusive. Surface crust reforms. Edges blur with time and wind. Position: near the marked trail, not far into the trees. Too neat to ignore, too little to explain. Evidence without context is a whisper in the wind. No call was placed. Coverage can be patchy, batteries cold soak, devices fail. He may have carried the phone inside a pocket, or not at all. We do not know. Temperature at night fell below 5 degrees. Time constricted. Options narrowed. Teams pushed into the night, focusing on shelter sites, terrain traps, and likely fall lines. Yet from above, no sign of a slide, no fresh debris, no broken cornice. The landscape remained indifferent. An accidental fall is plausible, but the snow told no clear story. Disorientation can happen in minutes. White landscapes distort depth and direction. Across mountain parks, search operations can span days, cover dozens of square miles, and still miss a person by yards. Micro-terrain hides paths, tree wells, wind-scoured hollows, undercut drifts. In winter, evidence decays into sameness. Edges soften, stories flatten, search leads evolve. Last known point, point last seen. Probability grids, clues verified, clues discarded. Aircraft add reach, but visibility, wind, and altitude can blind the sky. He was fit, cautious, and experienced with winter trails. Confidence shortens margins. Familiarity can mask transition points. Forks, shortcuts, social trails. A wrong spur can feel right for 50 steps. Then, the forest absorbs you. Markers drift below eye level under snow. Lines of sight collapse in flat light. Tracks are records and rumors. Wind edits both. Accidental fall, possible, but unsupported by visible disruption or gear damage. Disorientation, consistent with silent weather, flat contrast, and short winter days. Third-party involvement, no confirmed evidence of foul play. Yet the condition of the backpack raises questions. Why set it down? Why leave it closed? Some pause to adjust layers, to check a map, to stow gloves. A simple stop can become a pivot. Hidden hazards include creek voids under snow, where a step can drop you into cold space. Talus fields breathe beneath a veneer of powder, trapping ankles, twisting paths. Wind scrubs clues, a clean canvas by morning. Dusk accelerates in winter. Distances stretch. Sounds fade. In such conditions, each decision narrows or widens survival, minute by minute. And sometimes, there is only the after, a place where someone no longer is. 3 days of coordinated search efforts, 14 square miles covered, clear weather conditions, one backpack, no confirmed explanation. The case remains unresolved. In a landscape that vast, how does someone vanish just 0.4 miles from safety? What do you think happened? Some mysteries resist every method, every pass, every plan. The mountain keeps its silence, and evidence, if it exists, waits in plain sight or inches away, unseen. We leave the grid, but the grid remains. If you hike in winter, tell someone your plan. Mark your time, mark your turnaround. Carry layers, redundancies. A light that cuts the dusk. Most days end with simple steps back to the car. But not every day. For File 001, the questions remain.